All right, yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the 10th episode of the SlashMMR podcast. Already 10, which, double digits. I guess it's been a while since I started this. I started back in May, so actually, I don't know. It has really been a while. Anyways, today we're going to go over some topics as usual. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, of course, it's already February, bro. Seriously, like, time is flying. With these podcast episodes, like, doing them once a month, I feel like I do them way more than that. I don't know how. Like, it feels like almost like every 2 weeks. And it really does make me realize every time I have to do an episode, it's like, damn, another month has already passed. Like, how? How have we already done 10 of these? It's insane. Anyways, I want to go over a couple things today. First of all, we're going to go over Palworld. Now, Palworld is probably the most talked about thing this whole month, right? Maybe second most talked about thing. Palworld is a new game. You probably know it. It has been released on the 19th of January, I think. And it absolutely went crazy. It is like the most popular I've ever seen a game been since like Fortnite almost when it released. So it's not free. I think it's like $5 or $10. I'm not sure actually. Palworld price. Let's see. I think it was like it doesn't even tell me. Okay. Wait, hold up. It costs 26 euro, USD. What the fuck? I thought it was like way less. Apparently, it's like $25. Okay. Well, anyways, it is a very popular game despite its high price. It even broke several Steam records, because Steam is, of course, where they released it on. And it at one point averaged over 2 million players, and I'm pretty sure that's like the top five, the top five most players ever on a game. PUBG is like the first one, and you've also CS:GO somewhere, and those two games are free to play, I think. So this is a very impressive record for them. So Palworld, it's basically I haven't really played it, but the main thing that people have been referring it to is literally just Pokemon, but with guns, right? Because there's a lot of controversy around this game. I got an article here from Dexerto.com. Palworld's rising success hasn't made the game immune to controversy, and as the player count rises, so do the accusations. We've got all the details on the Palworld drama right here. So Palworld hit the scene with an explosive force and has broken the Steam records, like it's going out of style. It's appealing. It's appealing blend of creature catching and survival mechanics has captured the attention of millions of players. While Palworld players have a lot of praise for the game, it's not without its detractors. The Pokemon community has been particularly vocal in calling out what they claim is a ripoff. So basically, yeah. Once again, I already said it before. People refer to this game as like Pokemon with guns, right? So the game is very much about, as it already says in the title, Palworld, right? You have this world. You have this world that you can explore with pals, and these pals are like sort of like creatures, and a lot of the designs kind of are very similar to certain Pokemons and stuff. So there's been a whole thing about copyrighted stuff, and yeah, so multiple accusations have been leveled at Palworld's developer, and they also accuse them of using AI-generated things, which of course is not illegal or something. It's not copyrighted or something. Well, that's a whole different argument, right? Because some people argue that AI is copyrighted material too, because of course AI does use like sources from the internet stuff. Like if you ask the AI to generate something, it'll go use the internet to make something and use other people's works. So there's not really any laws on that yet, but some people do definitely not enjoy AI art. But yeah, so they've been accused of using AI art and even directly importing Pokemon models into the game. So first, the AI drama. The first accusation leveled at Palworld and its development team is that they may have used generative AI to craft assets and even the game's creatures known as pals. As far as we can tell, this supposition comes from numerous interviews and tweets from Pocket Pair CEO Takuro, extolling the virtues of AI. So yeah, basically the CEO has like a passive praising AI. So they also pointed out a little known game developed by the same developers called Art Imposter, which is the whole game that uses AI. So they've made a game before this. Basically, the main thing is about this game is like it's AI generated. So despite these 2 points, there's currently no concrete evidence that Palworld has used any form of generative AI in its development. Steam's own policy demands the disclosure of AI usage on their platform, and Palworld has no such information present. Despite being the easiest element of the Palworld drama to debunk so far, accusations of generative AI usage for Palworld are stated as fact in many criticisms. It should be noted that while there is currently no hard evidence of foul play in this regard, that does not mean that it couldn't come to light later on. So yeah, once again, It's not there's no proof of that. So all just accusations, but there's absolutely no proof that they use AI so far. But it is kind of sus because um, the lead developer has once again they made a game called AI Art Imposter, which recently was just a game where you could like generate stuff with AI basically, and they've tweeted a lot about AI in the past and how it could change gaming. Anyways, next thing here: has Palworld plagiarized Pokemon? Pokemon fans have gone as far to say that Palworld plagiarized the very concept of Pokemon. However, the primary concern from a collective of passionate Pokemon players and artists is that Palworld may have plagiarized the designs of certain creatures from the Pokemon franchise. Many people are boycotting the game because of this. As multiple Twitter users have pointed out, there are some glaring similarities between Pals like Anubis and Pokemon Lucario, and this has fueled the Palworld drama further. Some of the comparisons are a little tenuous, but others have raised questions. Yeah, of course, people also nitpick, right? I mean, there's certain things where, for example, like a monkey Pokemon. I mean, you can't really make a monkey in like very different ways. So, like, of course, a monkey from a different game is gonna maybe look a little similar to the monkey from Pokemon. But there's definitely I've seen the proof. There's definitely certain things that are a little sus, right? They definitely took inspiration, but if it's straight up like illegal, I'm not sure. So there's a lot of images there too. I mean, I can't really show them inside an audio file, of course, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of similarities. And there's definitely you can't say that they did not look at Pokemon at all, right? There's a lot of similarities here, that are for sure. So yeah, it's basically it's really comes on the line of inspiration or straight up like stealing, right? Because of course you can be inspired by something and have elements of something in it, but as long as it's like still kind of different, it's like okay. But I mean, some stuff is really interesting. Twitter user Biofrog has been creating short videos merging in-game models from Pokemon and Palworld to highlight the similarities. They've noted that the models are not exactly the same, but they and others are concerned with the similarity. Yeah. So once again, so another. Oh shit! Palworld's director responded to the accusations of plagiarism, calling them slanderous. In the response, he revealed that the Palworld drama had resulted in death threats to his staff. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, look, once again, it's just a game, right? At the end of the day, it's just a game. But people will literally make it life and death. It's literally he's receiving death threats about this. It's kind of going a little too far. Anyways, can Nintendo sue Pocket Pair? Since Palworld's early access launch, numerous people have made the assertion that Nintendo should sue Pocket Pair. Some are in the form of memes and jokes, but others have given more considerate arguments. Conceptually, Palworld is immune from any copyright infringement thanks to its indifference in genre and target audience. Most of these suggestions that Nintendo should consider legal action stem from the similarity between certain Pals and Pokemon. While gamers and artists on Twitter seem to think there are fair grounds for legal recourse, lawyers do not. Speaking to Rock Paper Shotgun media law specialist Tim Cotton, determined that Palworld's Pals were sufficiently different and that there's no problem. That is kind of I wouldn't really agree with that. The certain ones are definitely different, but some are like really like if you put them if you put them together, it's like it's very much the same. Richard Ho of Ho Law echoed similar sentiments on Twitter. He qualified that while Nintendo can attempt to sue, they probably shouldn't, as the company would have a difficult time winning a copyright suit. That's the Palworld drama in a nutshell, basically. That's all there is. So then the article continues out fucking talking about like stuff because you can catch pals. They have a whole fucking thing on how to catch a fucking kitsune. I don't know what it is, but yeah, as I said, very big drama. Personally, I've not played it at all. I just know about the drama because it's very big. As I said, I mean, this is literally the most popular game in the world right now. I mean, 2 million concurrent players is huge. Especially if it's fucking 25 USD to buy the game. This has been absolutely crazy. And Nintendo has made a statement. I don't know if I could find it back, but they did say they would like sue. I'm not sure though. They're filing takedown requests against Pokemon mods. Okay, yeah, okay. There was one thing that, of course, the game people make mods about games, right? Even with Minecraft, you can completely change the whole game by adding mods, and it's basically just a whole way to change the game, right? People have made mods for Palworld to have the Pokemon, to have the Pals be actual Pokemon, and of course that's kind of not legal. So Nintendo has responded to that, and they did say that apparently they are taking down the mods that make them actual Pokemons. But I'm pretty sure that that Nintendo has is they're taking action of some sort. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see. Anyways, next topic here we have YouTubers quitting. All right, now, this has been a huge thing. I don't really want to get too deep into it because look, basically a couple of big YouTubers have been quitting recently. Most notably, MadPat and Tom Scott. That's like and Meat Canyon. There's like three big ones that I can think of right now. I mean, there's also been others, but this is like the three main ones. So basically, a month ago, Tom Scott uploaded a video. After 10 years, it's time to stop weekly videos, right? Because he's been going for 10 years straight making videos, and he decided to take a break. And then you also have MadPat, who has been making videos for as well, like 10 years or something. I don't know exactly. And he also decided to quit. He announced that his last video will drop somewhere in March. Anyways, there's been this whole fucking thing. Like every single person is talking about this. There's like millions of videos. Why YouTubers are quitting? Am I quitting? Everyone's making videos about fucking quitting. It's just annoying. I don't even care. I don't even like them talking about it right now because it's just funny. Literally every single person I'm subscribed to made a video about talking about people quitting, and it's not that deep, bro. I don't know why every single person felt like making a video about that. So it's kind of just a meme to me at this point, because like even people like relate to it as fuck. Like even like last week, I still saw someone because all these videos were like 3 weeks ago or something, right? A month ago almost. And then even like a week ago, I was like, someone still made another video about that. I was like, bro, just stop. It's over, right? No one cares. People just like it's sad that these YouTubers are quitting, but no one has to like. We don't need like 1,000 different in-depth analysis of fucking how YouTube works and how fucking why people are quitting. Because there's a lot of videos like why YouTubers are quitting in 2024 and stuff. Because it has actually been a kind of an impressive trend though. Because there's actually been quite a few amount of people that have huge subscriber counts. Once again, MadPat has 18 million, almost 19 million, and he has different channels too with several million as well. Tom Scott has like 6.4 million. He's very famous. He's a very famous guy. He makes really cool stuff. One video a week is not that tough for most people, but he actually makes very in-depth videos where he goes he even went to space once. He does a lot of like very complicated stuff. So it's actually for him it's very difficult to do that weekly schedule. So it's very impressive that he kept it on for so long. And yeah, now he has not uploaded in a month. He basically took a break. He said he still does content, but it's not his main channel grind, you know. Yeah, I mean, he basically just said he wanted to quit and spend more time with family and stuff. Yeah, same with MadPat. He just realized like, damn, I've been doing this for like half my life almost, and you know, because at certain points, with what it is for a lot of YouTubers, of course, you start YouTube off as a hobby, right? Like no one really goes into YouTube thinking like, yeah, let's make some money, become famous or something. You just upload for fun, and at some point, if you succeed, then hobby turns into a job, and when your hobby turns to a job, over the years, your hobby could become less fun, right? And then it's still your job, though. You still have to do it and stuff. But it eventually, especially with content creation, it kind of takes over your life. Because what MadPat does, for example, he makes videos about games. You know, game theories, his whole series where he basically he starts thinking of like he starts like making his own like fan fiction lore on like video games, like thinking, all right, what if this happened instead of that, and then he goes like and makes all in-depth story about it. I think that's what he does. I don't really know. I never watched a video of his actually, but he basically just makes like game theories, right? And he was talking about like every time he plays like a game with his girlfriend or something, he always just all he thinks about is like, oh, what video could I make of this? What theory could I make out of this, right? So basically, he just wants to fucking live life normally and not think about content all the time. But yeah, with something like his channel, he's actually gonna like give it to other people. So yeah, it will go on the whole game theory series, but it'll just be ran by other people. And actually, I don't know if it'll succeed like that. I mean, it's always kind of weird if you like give a brand over to someone else, right? It's kind of tough to do that always, but yeah, I just want to speak on that a little bit because yeah, me personally, I don't really have any plans of quitting, because even if I do upload a little less at some points, I don't really feel the need to quit forever, right? Especially with some stuff coming on the way. I'll talk about it later. But yeah, I mean, I upload pretty infrequently. I used to have like a schedule, but now it's just been a mess ever since the internship. Which, by the way, is almost at an end, right? Next month, by the time I upload my next podcast episode, it's gonna be like a couple more days. Okay, it's gonna be March 2nd that I upload. It's gonna be like less than 2 weeks after that, which is crazy, right? It's been it's been a while, man. Fuck, this internship is like lasting forever. Anyways, yeah, I mean, but really, you got to put it into perspective, though. I've been making videos for 8 years as well, right? Since 2016, my first videos are almost 8 years old. So yeah, 8 different years on YouTube, and it's also almost half my life, right? I'm 17, and 2 times 8 is 16. So in like a year or two, it's gonna be half my life that I've been up making videos. So it's kind of time flies, man, really. But yeah, I don't have any plans on quitting. I just upload whatever, whenever. And yeah, I mean, the thing with me is I'm not that popular, so I'm just pretty free in what I want to do. The thing with these popular YouTubers are like it's their job, like they depend on it, right? So they can't just do whatever they want. Like, but I can just do whatever I want. I can just upload whatever I think is funny, whatever. It doesn't really matter if it's appealable to a certain audience, because I don't really care. But not everyone has that freedom, which is sad because once again, once hobby turns to a job, it starts becoming less fun over time for most people, and that's when they decide to they get burned out at some point and decide to quit, basically. Anyways, I don't want to talk more about this because I already said it. It's like 1,000 people have already made a video on this, every single big YouTuber, and it's kind of gotten tiring at this point. So I just thought it was like a funny trend. Anyways, the next thing I want to talk about is Twitter a little bit because Elon Musk, man, he's down bad, all right? Like this man, he keeps asking people to like upload videos on Twitter. So basically, because of course, I mean, you have YouTube, right? YouTube and other platforms. Basically, what Elon Musk wants is to compete with YouTube, right? So he wants to like have people upload videos to X. I'm just gonna say Twitter still, because like I don't know, it's not fully X yet, right? Like, I don't know. It's also like weird for like if you like title a video like oh something happened on X, like no one's gonna fucking find that, right? Because it's very hard to fucking search X. I feel like he's gonna give you a whole lot of fucking different results. But yeah, but he wants to compete with YouTube and stuff. And it's kind of course, if you don't, if you go to Twitter, you go to Twitter to fucking just scroll and read stories. But you don't really go on Twitter to watch 10-minute videos, right? I don't think that's what the main people use it for. So it's kind of like a whole different approach to the app. But of course, I've spoken about this before. Elon really wants to make like an everything app where you can just literally you have one app for everything in the fucking world, and you don't really need to use anything else. That's what he mainly wants. Yeah, so he's been asking Mr. Beast, like under Mr. Beast tweets, he was like, "Oh man, you gotta start uploading videos on here, man." He's just begging Mr. Beast to start uploading basically on Twitter. So Mr. Beast is actually on January 16th, I think it was the first video he ever posted on X or Twitter. I'm just gonna say Twitter once again. So he actually posted like he doesn't make Twitter exclusive videos. He just I think pretty much he just re-uploads from his YouTube channel onto Twitter. And he wanted to see how it would perform and how much he would actually gain from it, because Twitter monetization is not that great. Okay, if you look at YouTube, you get a lot of, let's say, well, if you are like a standard fucking person, you don't really get that much money off YouTube. You don't even have monetization at all unless you have like 1,000 subscribers and like several thousand watch hours within a year, which is pretty hard to get for an average person. So if you upload to YouTube, you basically don't have that much money. But if you're already an established creator, then you earn quite a bit, right? Way more than on Twitter. On Twitter, you don't really get that much per impression. But maybe Elon has upgraded it since. Well, but especially as a starting, even though you don't get that much, even if you're starting out, I still think YouTube is better because Twitter has this weird rule where you need to be subscribed to fucking Twitter Blue in order to even make money on it. So if you're like uploading and like on Twitter and you get barely any views because obviously it's not a fucking video platform, right? You don't really go on there to watch full-length videos. So you start uploading and get like trash views. You're not going to earn anything at all. And you're just going to lose money off the fucking Twitter Blue subscription. That's just how I feel. Unless you're already an established creator, once again, you'll just earn fucking, people will just watch your shit, right? So basically what Mr. Beast did, he posted a video and he said that he would share the ad revenue that he would get. So he got 500,000 likes, 64,000 retweets, 20,000 comments, and he got 175 million views on that video on Twitter. But I should say Twitter is very different views-wise than YouTube, right? Because I mean, it's not a view; it's an impression. And yeah, an impression is very different from like an actual view. It doesn't really tell me how much views there actually are on this, but an impression basically how much people have seen your tweet, right? I don't know. It doesn't like count how much people actually watch the video itself or something. So it's very different. And also, I don't know what counts as an impression. If you just scroll past it, if it counts as like a view as well, because I don't know. I feel like Twitter views are very inflated. But he uploaded the video $1 versus $100 million car, which is kind of crazy. But on YouTube, that got 223 million views in 4 months. And on Twitter, it got 175 million views in like 3 weeks, right? But I don't know. Like with Twitter, in YouTube, you still get views after like a year or something, pretty much, right? Your videos will just pop up in the algorithm once again, or people can easily find them back. So his video is still going to be gaining views on YouTube. But on Twitter, it's basically like kind of in the moment. So in like after like 2 weeks or something, no one will ever see that shit again. This is definitely never breaking like 180 million. I don't think 5 million people are gonna somehow find this and see. But yeah, so it's kind of like stuck at views currently, and I don't think it's gonna get much more. But Mr. Beast did get quite a bit of money from this. Okay, he made $250,000 off 150 million views. That's what he said. Because but now he has like 20 million more views. But back when he uploaded the ad revenue, he made 56 million views and $260,000. So it's quite a bit of money. I don't know if it's more than what YouTube gives, but it is definitely not bad at all. But he did think it's a bit of a facade. He said himself, after I just saw the attention it was getting and bought ads on my video, he thinks. So his revenue per view is probably higher than what a normal person would experience. It was kind of rigged. But he did make a decent amount of money. So it's definitely interesting to see how Twitter is trying to, appeal to that audience as well. Anyways, he ended up giving away all the money because that's what Mr. Beast does. He gave everything to random people, and I did not win. Anyways, he kept uploading videos. Next one was Train versus Giant Pit. Curious to see if we can replicate the results we got on our last video. And this one got half the likes, only 250k. But it also got like it didn't get that less views, but still 114 million versus like 175. So it's still a little less, but still I think it's still 114 million views. Train versus Giant Pit. Let's see, how much did they get on YouTube? I think they got like 150 probably. I mean, Mr. Beast gets like 200 million on YouTube normally. It got 198, 189. I mean. 189 million views in 6 months, and this one got like in 2 weeks like 114 million, which is not bad. And then he uploaded another one. This was 14 hours ago, and it's also weird. This was kind of weird because look, I don't know if the views are bugged or something, but so the Train versus the Giant Pit, right? That had 250,000 likes and 114 million impressions, right? Views. Now he uploaded another video yesterday. Where he adopted like 100 dogs, and that got 100,000 likes, 150,000 likes, 130,000 likes right now, and it only got 6 million views. So that doesn't even make sense. Because 250 on this other video, once again, 250,000 likes, and it was like 114 million views, and now it's 113,000 likes and only 6 million views. So it's like 100 million views less with only like half the likes. How does it even make sense? Anyways, this on YouTube, it got like 116 million views. So I guess we'll have to see how it plays out, though. Maybe I think the views are just bugged, probably, because that makes no sense. But yeah, basically, Twitter trying to compete for YouTube and stuff. It's kind of weird. I don't think it's gonna work out. But Mr. Beast is actually contributing a little bit here, posting like once a week or something on Twitter, and just seeing how it goes. But it's kind of also he's just kind of reposting videos that are already on his YouTube as well. So I feel like everyone that's actually like following him and stuff already knows about the videos, so it's not really that. I don't know, like, because on YouTube, a very important thing is also watch time, right? If you get the more watch time a video has, like the more money you get as well. And I don't know if that is all available. Like for YouTube has a very wide statistics page, right? I don't know if all that information is available on Twitter, because he did post one screenshot of like his revenue, right? And it says impressions, engagements, and revenue. And so it doesn't really show any other statistics, I think. So I would think that even if he he got a lot of money, I don't think that his viewer attention rate is very high. Probably people click off almost instantly. But well, also I mentioned that he gave away the money to like 200 to 10 random people, and actually that tweet was the most retweeted tweet ever. So it got 3.7 million retweets. So it even got it got more views than the video itself. Right, this one has 182 million impressions, and the video had 175. That's his peak right now. Like, holy shit. Anyways, that's about it for Mr. Beast and Twitter. Elon Musk trying to compete with YouTube and stuff. It's kind of goofy. I don't really think it's going to work out at all, but we'll have to see. Next up, I want to talk about Assassin 2, man. All right, Assassin 2, I already made a video on this, but it's happening. For those unaware, I doubt anyone is, but Assassin is basically dropping a new game and basically killing off the old game, right? Because Assassin has kind of been dying for the past couple years, and it's kind of reached a point where they're literally just about to drop a new game, especially like revamped and just modernized and stuff. And yeah, it's kind of wild, man. Basically, what's gonna happen is the normal Assassin is gonna completely die out. I feel like, and people are just gonna move on to the new game, and we'll have nothing from the old game, right? Everything will just be reset. All your levels, your inventory and stuff. Now I don't agree with this, but like, you know, what can I do? I'm just a dude. But the developers have plans in mind, man. They're gonna drop a whole new game, and everything will be brand new and stuff. They already shared a couple leaks. It's not that exciting, honestly. And once again, I've already made a video discussing how I feel about this, but I just thought I'd go over some more information that's come to light since. So yeah, it's coming. It's coming any day now, right? They said early February. They said probably before Valentine's Day. I don't know how reliable that information is, right? But they are pretty close to finishing it from as far as I know. So Assassin 2, man. What are my plans for it? What's gonna happen? I don't know yet, man. Because it's gonna be a whole new game, right? And they're gonna try to make it very popular, as like Assassin was in the old days. They're gonna pay YouTubers to play it, and there might just be a whole Assassin revival. So it's gonna be cool to see. But once again, I'm not really in support of them fully abandoning the fucking old game. I mean, they said they're gonna still do updates on it and stuff, but any person with a brain will understand that this is obviously going to kill the actual game, and no one is going to play the original anymore. The original game has been out for 8 years, right? It's about to turn 8 in like 2 months. No, in 1 month. It dropped like March 6th, I think. So it's almost 8 years old, and they're just going to throw everything away to make a new game. In my opinion, they should have just, you know, because Assassin is dead, right? But still, it had like a little player count, so I think it was still like decent. You know, we have a small community, and the community is not going anywhere, even if there are a little amount of updates. But I really don't agree with them making Assassin 2, because once again, it just kills off the whole game, and people have spent years and years, you know, making something of themselves in this game, and then they just basically just make a new game, and everything is irrelevant, which is, you know, it's kind of sad. But if see, what I would have wanted to see was them just abandoning the product as a whole, right? If they're gonna like stop if they're gonna neglect the normal Assassin, like, what's the point of making a new one? I wish that you would just move on to different projects, which they have done, right? Prisman has been making a new game for the past like 5 years. No, not 5 years, like 3.5, 4 years. He's been working on a whole different game, and he's basically just been neglecting Assassin because of it. But now they ran out of money to make that game, and then they made a very weird Roblox game called like Roblox Tinder, which basically ended. It got banned off Roblox because it was unsafe for children. Because it was a very weird game. They're doing anything to get money right now to just make that other game to complete, right? They need more money to complete the other game. Now they're just making a whole new Assassin just to get some money for the other game. It's kind of crazy because Assassin has been kind of abandoned for like the past 2.5 years, but they suddenly came back with updates like in October last year, just to make money to fucking fund their other game. It's kind of sad. Like, we're being used just to fucking have them be able to complete another game. So yeah, I mean, they're really unreliable, man. Unreliable as people. Well, only time will tell what's gonna happen, really. And yeah, I mean, I'm not that excited for Assassin 2. Once again, I don't see it being anything special. I mean, they're really hyping it up, but I mean, once again, I said this in the video too. I would love to put all my trust in the Assassin team to make something great, but time and time again in the past, they've just fucked up and always been overhyping stuff, and it just being completely mid. Even recently, with the Christmas updates, they said it was going to be like they treated the Christmas update as if it was going to be something insane. And it was just a basic ass update, right? The only cool thing about it was that we got like 2 craftable dreams, even though it was not really that relevant. But one of the dreams looked very cool. But that's it. It was literally just a very, very standard update. There was nothing special about it. But they hyped it up like crazy. They hyped it up like crazy for like 2 months straight. So, I would love to trust them to make something special and actually memorable and great, but it's not. It's not looking like it. And we've seen a couple leaks, and it's really not that impressive. I mean, at the end of the day, Assassin is like an OG Roblox game, right? It's not that OG, but 2016, it's still like a 2016 game, right? If you take a look at Roblox right now, all the new games that are coming out right now, it's Assassin is very different from that. Assassin definitely still has that old Roblox feeling to it, with different avatars and different like graphics and the way that the avatars move and stuff. Because in all modern games, avatars are very animated and stuff, but in Assassin it's still like R6, which is like a different sort of thing, and the avatars move differently. This like more old school type, and yeah, I mean, I prefer that way over R15, which is the modern stuff, but it is what it is. I mean, there's still gonna be R6 in Assassin 2 as well, but it's gonna have like emote stuff, like other stuff to make movement, different and stuff. But we don't know exactly what's gonna happen, right? They've been very vague about everything, but they do still have the core elements of the game in place. They said they're still gonna be throwing and stabbing, with knives, of course. Of course, you're gonna have a target and an assassin, I assume. They said there's gonna be a lot more aspects to it as well, and the thing is, when they're ever going to release the game, it's not even going to be that crazy yet, because they said they probably won't even have trading in the beginning and no clans either. So we're going to have to wait on all of that. I don't know. It's a really vague roadmap. I really don't know what's going on, and no one really does. So, like, the developers are a mystery, man. They really are. It's like Schrodinger's game, man. You don't know if it's going to be good or not. Like the fucking cats, if it's dead or alive, if it's gonna be any fucking good, or if it's gonna be fucking worthless, you really don't know. So if we can only wait, man, and once again, it can drop any day now. I don't know when, but presumably within the next 2 weeks. And it's actually kind of funny because I'm actually going on vacation in like a little over 2 weeks. So like the game's gonna like drop, and then I'm gonna have to go on vacation like a couple days later, which is kind of funny because usually in February I never go on vacation, like almost never. We go on this vacation, but like now this year that a whole new game is dropping, we're actually going to Morocco. So it is what it is. I'll probably be there for the first couple of days, and then I'll have to be gone for like a week. But once again, there's not going to be that much content anyway in the beginning. As I already said, no clans, no nothing. So it's just knives and like we're just testing out the gameplay, I guess, right? We'll have to see how that all unfolds. But yeah, I don't really have that big plans for it. I'm just gonna play and keep up with the community and stuff like I've been doing with normal Assassin, and then just kind of see how it all develops, right? Anyways, next thing I want to talk about a little bit is some politics, right? Some politics stuff, because the world is at a weird point right now, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. So first of all, the U.S. elections, right, for America, they're coming soon. And it's kind of crazy. People have, of course, politics is also a huge argument online, and of course you have the Biden supporters and you have the Trump supporters. Me personally, I'm not really picking sides or anything, but I'm not even I'm not even in America. Even if I was, I'm not allowed to vote right now. Anyways, is it 18 or 21? I think it's 18. So I would be able to vote when it's actually going down. Because I think it's like in late like November or something. I will be 18 by then. Anyways, if I had to fucking pick, I'd probably choose Trump though, because I mean, come on, Biden is he's so old, man. Like he doesn't even know what's going on. He can't even. all I see is just like this goofy ass clips of him just doing bullshit. Like, he always like miss says his sentences, like misspeaks, and just starts talking about random shit. I'm pretty sure like one time he was talking about the war in Ukraine, and he actually started talking about Iraq instead of Ukraine, something like that. I don't know, man. He's off the fucking grid. He needs to be stopped. There's no way you're gonna have an 80-year-old person run a country, right? And now Trump is also not of young age or anything. He's 77, but he looks a lot better than Biden, right? I mean, we've seen it. I've seen it, some of his speeches. He's actually, wait, Biden's already 81. Holy shit, he's already 80. I thought he was about to turn 80. He's already 81. He's a whole 4 years older than Trump. That's actually, and by the time the elections are going to start, he's going to be 82. There's no way. When is Trump born? Trump's about to be 78 in a couple months. Yeah. Anyways, but I've seen Trump's speeches. He still looks fine. There's nothing really wrong with the guy physically, except for his orange skin, which obviously has been a meme. But yeah, that he looks very much orange. But I prefer someone looking orange than someone not being able to fucking walk and like stuff. Because I saw a GIF of Biden like riding a bike and then just falling off the bike when he tried standing still. Like, what is going on? He can barely even move, and he can barely speak. I don't know how he's gonna run the country for another 4 years. I don't think it's very wise, and I also don't think he's been doing the best job at stuff. But once again, I mean, a president only has 4 years, right? Only 4 years of fucking being able to sit down and do something. So I don't think even if Trump wins, he's not the best person either. A lot of people don't agree with him, but he can't really destroy the whole country in 4 years or something. Yeah, he cannot do something that bad. It will actually like destroy everything or something. So I think if we had to choose, I think he would just be, a decent pick, considering the opposition being Biden. I don't think he could do so. That, once again, it's only 4 years, right? You can't like fucking change the whole fucking nation in that time. So it's not gonna be like, it's not that deep in my opinion. Because in 4 years it's gonna be someone else again, and maybe there'll be a better candidate at that point. Because Trump cannot even run anymore in 4 years, and I don't think Biden can either, unless we're gonna have a 90-year-old president, almost. I don't think it's gonna happen. So there's gonna be a whole new generation of presidents. The next fucking time around. So, anyways, I definitely think Trump is winning, though. I mean, I don't know how anyone is having any faith in Biden. This dude's been an absolute meme for like the past fucking 4 years. I don't know. I don't think people are going to vote him anymore. I highly doubt it. And there's already been a lot of support for Trump lately. So, yeah, I just want to talk about that a little bit because I definitely think Trump's going to win. And it's definitely a big moment, for the world. But yeah, once again, I mean, I don't really think he did that bad during his 2016 run either. So once again, he didn't really make that bad of a decision or something. Definitely not any worse than Biden, from what I know at least. I'm not that invested though, but things are interesting. But like, I don't really. Once again, I'm not that invested into it, but I just mainly just look at like social media and stuff to get my opinion on stuff, and I always see Trump like posting some funny tweets and stuff. So I'm immediately on his side just for the memes. And of course, he also got arrested, so his whole mugshot has like been a big meme recently. He's just a funny guy, man. So that's why I kind of like him, but it's not that deep. Anyways, also Ukraine and Russia, man. That war is still going on. One thing that I'm really curious about is how Trump would handle that, because of course it's been like, shit. Has it been 3 years? Did they? No, they invaded in 2022. I think it's been 2 years. Yeah, 2 years since Russia invaded Ukraine and stuff, and it's been a mess, man. And we've been trying to stop it. The Europe and America, we've been working together to supply Ukraine and stuff, and it's still going on. It's 2 years later. I don't know how, but Trump said that he would stop it. Like he has a plan to stop it like almost instantly. But he said before he even enters the White House, the war will be over. I don't know what he's gonna do. But I mean, if he can actually fucking finish the war, then let him cook, man. Like let him just do his thing, because I'm kind of tired of this shit. Now it's like that, like Putin's gonna like fight fucking Europe and shit. Like I don't want to be caught up in a fucking nuke or something. So I really hope this war just ends as soon as possible, because it's not a fun situation at all. Anyways, Also, what I want to talk about is the Dutch politics for a little bit because, man, the Dutch politics have been like a complete mess for like the past like fucking half a decade or something. So basically, our prime minister is like Mark Rutte, right? And he's actually pretty cool. Right? He's kind of a meme as well. So I also kind of I just know him from. Of course, he's very known for like being a prime minister for like over 10 years at this point. We also just know a lot of memes about him as well, which makes him kind of cool. He's a funny guy. But I also spoke about this last month about like Geert Wilders basically being like a very much like he's always been like kind of in the shadow of Mark Rutte, right? And now he's finally like being the biggest. He finally became the biggest party after Mark Rutte retired. But Mark Rutte is still our prime minister, right? Like, but like it's not an official. Like it's called démissionnaire, which is like a goofy ass word. I don't know. I'm not even sure what it means. Basically, they're not officially like prime minister anymore, but like because like they kind of like resigned and like the whole fucking system basically fell apart and then we had to like do new elections. But like we still need like a prime minister until a new one is right. So he's basically just like a démissionnaire prime minister until there's a new one. He's not like an official one anymore, but it still counts for his run, right? Because he's been the longest sitting prime minister in Dutch history. So I think that's kind of a cool thing already. But yeah, he's just been you know, it's a funny thing because he should have retired like 4 years ago, but the people kept voting him. There was this whole thing. There's just so much drama over the past couple years that it's literally just like he was supposed to retire. Like the whole fucking all other parties were against him basically, and then we did a re-election and he won again. So how many days actually? I wonder how much days he's been prime minister. How many days has Mark Rutte been prime minister? Because it's been like several thousand. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Okay, we don't even got a fucking. We don't even got a fucking. I just wish that Google was more accurate. I literally asked how many days has he been prime minister. I don't even get anything. I got like a fucking Wikipedia page. Oh my god. Anyways, he became prime minister in 2010. Okay, it's 14th of October 2010, with his fourth cabinet being inaugurated on 10th of January 2022. And he resigned in July 2023. Yeah, he will serve in a demissionary capacity. So he's still serving, but like in a different kind of way. But yeah, it still means he's still the prime minister. It's almost been 5,000 days, right? 4,860 days he's been the prime minister of the Netherlands, which is a lot. And he's still going strong, right? I mean, I respect runs like that. You know, if someone sits for a long time, imagine being the longest prime minister ever. It's kind of a cool thing, and he's still going, right? Like once again, he resigned almost like 6 months ago at this point, but they're still they had to do re-elections, and right now, of course, as I told you guys last month, of course, Geert Wilders won, and it's been a mess, right? We still have not formed a new cabinet yet. They are like discussing every single day. The parties, but it's looking like another re-election, all right? So Mark Rutte is still going to be prime minister for as long as it takes for a new one to come. And it's been an absolute mess. So he might even hit the 5,000, right? If he can hit 5,000, that'd be crazy. I mean, 140 more days of stuff. And if there's a new election, that might even happen. I don't know. I don't know how long it takes to set up a new election. If that takes like, you know, like a day, like, all right, let's go re-vote. And then like next day the votes are open again. I don't know how long that takes usually, but if he could hit 5,000, that'd be crazy. It's just a meme at this point. I just want to see how long he can actually manage to last, because once again, he should have been stopped like years ago. But then they did a re-election and he won again for some reason. And now he literally resigned like 6 months ago and he's still going. So it's kind of just funny to me how that shit is just playing out. Because like once again, I've spoken about this before. The Dutch politics have been absolutely crazy. And it does not seem to come to an end. Like once again, I spoke about this last time as well. Geert Wilders is not very liked by other parties, so and he's the biggest one right now. So he has to somehow form a cabinet with these other parties, and they're not really feeling it. Right? They have a lot of disagreements and stuff, and it's looking like a re-election, right? Because they've been already discussing for like 2 or 3 months at this point, and I think not 3, like 2. They've already been discussing for like 2 months at this point, and it's not looking to get any better anytime soon. So I'm really looking. I think we're looking at a re-election right here. That's probably what's going to happen, and we'll have to see who wins then and if they can form a fucking cabinet. But I think if there's going to be a re-election, that Geert Wilders' party is only going to get bigger and bigger, and he's definitely getting a lot of supporters extra since he became the biggest party. Anyways, last thing I want to talk about in this episode is driving. Right, I don't think I've actually spoken about driving since I made my video on my first driving lesson. I don't recall having any other videos on that or ever spoken about it before. Aside from that, so driving, I get driving lessons like once a week, and I just want to give a little update on how it's going. It's going pretty decent. I've been doing it since like October, I think. That's when I had like my first driving lesson, which was like a testing one, and then like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, I got my first official one. And yeah, I've just been learning, man. I don't really like driving that much. It's very stressful, man. I just had one today, like 2 hours ago, no, 3 hours ago. About 2.5 hours ago is when I like stopped. But yeah, I just got out of one like today. It's always every Saturday, and yeah, basically we just practicing, roundabouts, all this sort of stuff, and just basically just driving on the road, right? But I can be pretty sloppy with it. Like I'm not that good at driving still, but I am actually improving, right? And I can actually feel like I can actually drive on the road safely without causing accidents. That's how I feel right now. So I think that's a good point to reach. You can actually kind of trust yourself on being able to drive. Because in the beginning, I would definitely not be that safe on the road, but actually, I'm pretty decent now. So I'm getting better, and yeah, I mean, it's just, but it's very stressful though. I mean, there's a lot of different things to look after, and it's definitely hard for me to, fucking take care of all that and like it just instantly all that. But it definitely takes practice, right? I mean, you need to fucking see. In the Netherlands, it's different than other countries, right? Because we also have bikers. Now, not that other countries don't, but like we have like more appropriate biker culture, I guess. Like bikes are very common here. Like almost everyone's biking, and we have like separate lanes for bikers on the road and like roundabouts as well. So the bikers need to watch out for those. It's a lot of more looking than other countries, I feel like. So yeah, it's definitely kind of annoying. Because then you're like on a roundabout and you're like about to take like a turn where you have to like fucking double check for bikers and shit. It's coming from the fucking other way because they're on like your dead spot. Is that, I don't know if it's how to call it in English, but like the fucking angle that you can't see, and I think it's called a dead spot. So you have to like fucking make sure that there's no one is in there because it's kind of risky, right? So yeah, I mean, today we did roundabouts for the most part because actually I was pretty ass at those. But the thing is with driving instructors, right? They're like very much like you need to fucking do stuff like way before because you need to like be prepared stuff. So like, I mean, usually I'm headed, I'm pretty fast, right? I'm usually just like at decent speed. I don't really. What they want you to do is to like slow down for like fucking 20 seconds before you fucking actually need to slow down. So you need to like slow down very very far before. And I don't really like doing that because I just think I can just stop later. But and it'll be fine too. But like you need to really just like be very careful as a fucking someone that's still practicing and stuff. So it's like you very much have to like always abide by the speed limits too. There's this one section near my house where everyone always just goes 50 plus, right? But the sign says 30, so I have to fucking go 30 and slow as fuck. So and then always people behind me and like, bro. So and it's also just on normal roads, right? People always go higher than speed limits usually, on plenty of roads, and then I always have to stick like the 50 limit or whatever limit is set, and then I would just see people passing me and shit like crazy. And also like today literally my teacher, my driving teacher will tell me stuff. Okay, like basically you're gonna have to go here, and then you can't like pass people here or something. And then we go there, and then someone passes me, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So there's always other people just breaking their rules. And then I have to look at them like, bro. And I'm out here practicing, and I have to abide by these rules. But these people, they're just always breaking the rules and stuff. And of course, I've also not been just driving, actual driving. I've also been practicing for theory. Also you have to learn driving theory and stuff, and you have a theory exam. And you also need to pass in order to get my license, which is absolutely ass. All right, the theory exam I actually failed this twice in a row now, and it's a ridiculous fucking exam. They ask you the most random shit, and you can have barely anything wrong. There's there's one segment with like 28 questions. You can only have 3 wrong. I'm pretty sure, and I've been failing. I've been failing at that. kind of hard recently. But so yeah, I've done it twice. I kind of took a break right now because I just want to finish my internship first before like going on fucking another test and stuff. Because then I have to do my test like early as fucking the fucking morning, and then I have to fucking go to fucking internship, and then like I have like 1 hour less fucking worked on my internship. So it's kind of annoying. I don't really want to keep doing that and be late and stuff. But yeah, I've just been trying. And we did actually practice a lot, right? We practiced a lot on fucking theory, but I still fucking failed because the tests are just so rigged. It's literally just having luck. The questions are ridiculous, and pretty sure like I've seen tests from other countries. The Netherlands is easily the most difficult driving theory exam in fucking the whole world, right? Like it's actually so much more difficult than other countries. Like we don't even learn stuff that's relevant half the time. Literally, we have like random bullshit. So like, I need to know exactly how fucking tall a car can be and like how much they can like hang on like the back of stuff. And like, I also need to know stuff about other vehicles. I need to know stuff about like military trucks and fucking like just normal trucks. Like, there's a lot of fucking random bullshit that's going on, and we don't really. I haven't seen other countries have this sort of questions. So you are lucky if you have this like an easy exam. And even if you don't think it's easy, it's probably still as easy compared to mine. Because it's actually mine is actual garbage, man. You have such random questions. Like one question is after how much hours are you supposed to take like a fucking driving break? Which for like no one ever speaks about that. Like no actual driver actually takes a fucking driving break like that. But especially it's like every fucking 2 hours you need to like have like a 15-minute break or something. It's very specific stuff like that, and it's actually like there's even more specific and weird stuff. I'm not gonna go. I don't really have anything off the top of my head that I can really say about that, but. Yeah, it's just very dumb, man. It's a very dumb driving fucking exam, and I've been failing it. Anyways, I'm gonna try again like somewhere in March when I'm finished with my internship. Which once again, I already talked about this earlier. It is definitely soon. I'm gonna finish my internship soon, like on like the 13th of March or something. It's gonna be finished, and yeah, that's about it for this episode. Don't have much else to say. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed, and yeah, once again. See you guys next month on the 2nd of March, that's pretty sure. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and see you.